What if I told you that an 82 rated player could eventually become stronger than a fully maxed 92 rated card? Sounds impossible, but according to the new dynamic star system coming to DLS 26, that could actually happen. And if you're still spending all your resources on normal cards, you might be making a huge mistake. Welcome back to Chaos Touch. Today we're talking about what might be the most important feature coming to DLS 26, Dynamic Stars. Because for the first time in Dream League soccer history, a player's future may become just as important as his current rating. So let's start with the biggest question. What exactly are Dynamic Stars? At first glance, they look like normal players. You can sign them, you can use them, and most importantly, you can still coach them. So if you get an 82 rated Dynamic Star, you can still train him just like a normal player. In theory, that means he can still reach the same maximum rating as a regular card. But here's where things get interesting. With a normal card, that's the end of the story. Once you reach the maximum rating, there is nowhere else to go. No more progression, no more upgrades, nothing. But Dynamic Stars appear to work differently. Instead of being permanently locked after coaching, they can continue benefiting from future rating upgrades. Think about that for a second. For years, DLS has been all about finding the highest rated players, but now it might become more important to find the players with the highest potential, and that changes everything. Imagine two players. The first player is already near his peak, the second player is younger and still improving in real life. In previous DLS versions, most people would choose the higher rated player immediately. But with Dynamic Stars, the younger player could become the smarter investment because his story isn't finished yet. His rating can still grow, and that's exactly why players are so excited. Now let's talk about some examples. Imagine getting a Dynamic Star version of Kusanov. Today he might have 1 rating. Next season he might be stronger. The season after that, even stronger. And because Dynamic Stars can benefit from future rating increases, your card could continue improving over time. The same idea applies to players like Arda Güler, Endrick, Nico Williams, and many other young talents. Suddenly, scouting potential becomes just as important as scouting ratings. And honestly, that's something DLS has never really had before. But that's not the biggest advantage. The biggest advantage is motivation. Most DLS players eventually reach the same point. Their squad is maxed. Their favorite players are finished. Their progression stops. And after that, there isn't much left to chase. Dynamic Stars change that, because now your players can have a future. Every update matters. Every rating increase matters. Every breakthrough season matters. Instead of maxing a card and forgetting about it, you now have a reason to keep following its journey. And that's a massive change for the game. In many ways, Dynamic Stars create something DLS has always been missing: long-term progression. For the first time, players can become attached not only to a rating, but to a player's future development. And that's exactly what makes these cards special. So now I want to know your opinion. If you could choose only 1 Dynamic Star right now, who would it be? Kusanov? Arda Güler? Endrick? Nico Williams? Let me know in the comments. And if you're excited for DLS 26, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.